everyone, this is Christine Kopr with Sotheby's Realty giving your June market update. So let's get right to it. I'm just going to share my screen with you here to give you this important information to help you understand what's going on in today's market. So here's our stats for the real estate board of Greater Vancouver. Just going to move myself over here. So these are our stats based on year to date for June 2021. So you can see here we've had sales that were trending up and peaked in March at about 5,700 sales for the month of March, and then have slowly come down a bit into June to 3,700 sales. Now these are really strong numbers yet, and they're excellent numbers. So this is fantastic news. Active listings have also trended up in this time as we've seen more and more listings come on to the market. Now that looks like we've kind of peaked around May at 10,970, and now we've come down about 1.2% in terms of inventory. But the number that's most important that gives us an idea of which way prices are going to trend is the months of inventory. If this number is below 4 months, we are in a seller's market and there is a lot of demand putting upward pressure on prices because there's not a lot of inventory based on the demand. And you can see with the sales and the listings, we were about 3.5 months of inventory early in the year, and we got all the way down to 1.6 months of inventory. And we started to trickle back up slightly, but we're still in the seller's market. Now, prices continue to increase, albeit a little bit more slowly and at a more reasonable pace. And this makes a lot of sense as we're heading into the summer. Interest rates have crept up slightly. There's a bit more inventory than there was on the market before. And finally, COVID restrictions are starting to be lifted. Our predictions are what's it going to look like in the fall. I think lots of people are going to take some time off here this summer and take a break from real estate. We have fatigued buyers, fatigued sellers, and everyone in general is just ready to have a little bit of a break to get outside. And into the fall, things are looking great with really low interest rates. We're still at historic low numbers and very good. It's a stronger market in terms of for sellers. However, there is some more inventory, and for buyers, not as many multiple offer situations, if at all. But still a steady price increase. Now, and just to give these numbers some perspective, if you have a look here, these numbers are year over year June sales numbers. So last June, we did 2,400 sales. This June, we did almost 3,800 sales. So it was up 54% year over year in terms of the amount of sales done in June. And then second quarter year over year, here you can see second quarter in 2020, we had COVID, and this year we were up 157% in terms of sales year over year for the second quarter. And the benchmark price for the quarter is up almost 15% year over year for Q2. But now we want to understand, what do these sales look like, these total sales over January to June, and so the first half of the year, how does it compare to the past because of what we just gone through? Well, in 2019, which was a soft year because we were still coming out, like this was the first half of the years where we start to see the price decreases, but sales starting to increase coming out of the original mortgage rule changes. We did just under 11,000 sales. Last year, we did about 12,000 or just at about 11,000 sales. And this year, January to June, we did almost 25,000 sales. Now, in comparison, in 2018, which was the beginning of the shift, and it was still a hot market when we just had the new mortgage rules come in, we did about 15,000 sales. And in the red hot markets, all the way back to 2016, we did about 25,000 sales. So sales have been elevated, and historically they should fall somewhere in the middle from what we've seen in the last 5 years. So interest rates are still fantastic. We actually just heard of one lender who's got a 5-year fixed term under 1%, which is unbelievable. There's definitely opportunities out there now for buyers. You might have the opportunity to negotiate. However, if you're a seller, we're going to be looking at pricing sharply because there's still a lack of inventory in some of these market segments. And of course, there's certain things that buyers are looking for at this time. So how to navigate this market change, make sure you give us a call and have a consultation with us, because that's what we're here to do, is consult with you, educate you so that you can make the best decisions for yourself, for your real estate needs. I'm Christine Kopr with Sotheby's Realty. Thank you so much. And I look forward to hoping having you tune in next month. Cheers.